I will show you how you can convert an array into a Nifti file. Maybe you will ask me about what we will do with this conversion. So there is something you need to know. Maybe if you are doing, of course you are working in healthcare, which means like you are working in medical imaging, like doing segmentation, classification, or anything. So almost all the time we need volumes, which means 3D files. So 3D file is a group of 2D slices which can be DICOMs or any other type of images. So in this video I will show you, as I told you, how to convert a normal array into 3D volume. This normal array could be a NumPy array or any type of other arrays, although it can be also a group of images that you have JPEG or PNG images, and you put all these slices or 2D slices into one 3D array, then you convert it into Nifti. And I think the most used case with this method that I will show you is while you are doing image segmentation, like tumor segmentation or any organ segmentation. In this case, at the end of your model, which means the output of your model, the segmentation or the mask, the predicted mask, as if you want. So this predicted mask, all the time we need to save it into an external file that can be used in the hospital or anything you want. So it depends to for who you are doing your project. So you need at the end to save your Nifti file or your masks. So the best thing to save your 3D mask is to save them into a Nifti file, so that they can use them or open them in, for example, this software ETK Snap or 3D Slicer or any other software that can handle these 3D files. So in this video I will show you how you can convert a simple array into Nifti file, so you can get an idea and you can use it in your project. Okay, because we will need this type of conversions in when we will talk about data augmentation in the next video. Okay, so let's start it. The first thing that we'll need two libraries. The first one is Nibabel, which is everyone knows about this Nibabel library, which is always used for Nifti files, and we will use the NumPy library, which will help us to create the arrays. And something else, this Nibabel, we will use this Nibabel to do the conversion, but this Nibabel has a function that we will use, of course, to do the conversion, but this function needs or requires only NumPy arrays in the input. So if you have any other type of arrays, you need to convert them into a NumPy array, otherwise it will not work. Okay, for that we will use NumPy. For us it will be an example, but in your case, if you have another type of, you have images, you put them together in a matrix, something like this, and you convert them into a NumPy array. Okay, so as I told you, you need to install the Nibabel library and NumPy library. So the same thing, pip install Nibabel like this, and the same thing for NumPy, but for me I have already have these two libraries, so I don't need to install them again. So let's start by including them here. So import Nibabel as an IB like this, then import NumPy as NP. Sorry about this, as NP. Okay, now let's start by declaring or creating an array like NumPy array, as I was saying. Sorry, not here. I want to say import like this. Okay, so let's start creating the array. So for example, array, or yes, array 1 for example. So let's put it a NumPy ones. So I think that you know what is ones. So it will be a matrix with the dimensions that we will define, with all the values 1 1 1 1 that we can use after. So here we need to put two parentheses inside, because there are a lot of there are other parameters for this function ones, but the first parameter will take the dimensions of the matrix, so we need to add these parentheses, otherwise it will not work. So I will put it, for example, 512 by 512 by, I don't know, 25 slices. Okay, so now this is our array that we will convert. If we want to just print here the array that
shape just to see if we have already created good dimensions. Yeah, as you can see here we have 512. Why did I put this 512? Because if you see in almost, if you are working for whole body segmentation or whole body tumor or organ segmentation or anything, you will find always these dimensions. You need bigger images to cover all the parts of the body. Okay, so it depends. This is just an example, so I am putting these values just to show you, but you can put anything you want. Okay, now I want to convert this array into a NumPy file, but if I will convert just this array, I will show you something, because we will try to visualize like an image one of these 25 slices to see how it will look at the end. So that I will do something else. So we'll use not this one from we'll use below to create an image, so just to visualize it. So here there is, I will create a variable image, then here there is this function image from below. If you don't know what is this library, it is famous library that has been used just for Python to create images from arrays, to convert them, to do a lot of manipulations with this below. If you want to install it, just here type the same thing, pip install. It will be something like this below, like this. Okay, not just PIL. When we import it, we just write PIL, but if you want to install it, you have to write below. Okay, I have already this library, so I will not install it again. Now here we have the image. What we need to do, there is a function in this image class, which is image dot here from array. This function, which is from array, we can understand what it will do from the name of this function, which is from array. We will create an image. So from array we will choose one of the slices, because it will not take 3D image or multiple slices. So we'll take only one slice of this matrix or array if you want. So it will be array 1. Then here we'll put 2 columns, which means all the width and all the height, but for example the first slice. Okay, so now we have chosen only one slice from this matrix. Now we can show it, or yes, we can show it as we do in MATLAB if you have already used it. So here we have image, which is this object that we have created or converted from the array, then that show like this. So this function will help us to show one slice, which is this one. You can see that it is black. Why? Because all the values of this image are 1 1 1. So 1 from 200 to 55. We know that it is very close to 0, so we will see something black. So if we will save this matrix to a Nifti file, it will work. There is no problem with that, but we cannot visualize it. So just to put it a little bit clear, what we will do, we'll multiply these values of these how do we call it? We will just multiply these values from 1 into something that can be visible. So from 0 into 255. I will just make a for loop here that will do this work for us. So for E, which is the index, and C for the channel or color as you want. So in enumerate, why I am using enumerate, because I will need the index of the slice here with the value of the elements that we will use. If you don't want to see about this, don't worry about it, because I am just using this to change the colors of the matrix so that we could really visualize it after. But this is not our case. The subject of this video is to convert the final array, which is this one or anything else. But I want you to see it, or it will be visible to do this, to change the colors from only black 20 to 25 slices black. I will change them into something visible. Okay, so here enumerate, then range. I will choose the range from 0 into 255, then with the step of 10. Okay, so 10, which means we will not 55, I will just take 50. So if we will take this range, which means we will get to 25 slices with multiple values from 0
it will be 10, 20, 30, etc. into 255 for each slice. Okay, now what we will do, just change, because we said that we will change the values of this array. So array, then here all the width, all the height, then I, which will be from 0 into 55 or 54, because we have 55 values, so from 0 into 54. So it will go from 0 into 54, then we will use it to change the same values of the same slice. So equal multiply equal, or we can write the same thing like array equal, then array the same thing by the values that we want. So the same here, what we will multiply it by the value which is C, which will change the color here. Okay, so yes, so here we will get multiple values. We will just try to see if there is any problem with this. No. Okay, then now what we did, we just created, multiplied the same array, which is this one, by some values. Now if we will do the same thing like we did before, like visualize one of the slices, you will see that the value, of course, the color, it will change because the value changed. So here, for example, image equal image dot from array, then here we will put array everything, then here we'll take, for example, we'll pick the last slice, which should be something white, because it is close to 25, but it is close to 255, but we just took 250 to be simple in the iterations. Okay, so now here we have what I am typing, image dot show, like this. We will see it here. So you can see that it is black, it is a white picture or white image, but it doesn't have nothing, because it is just a 512 by 512 matrix with values of 250. Now we are sure that the values have changed, so we can visualize them after. Now we'll just save or convert this array into a Nifty array. So to do this, it is very easy, very simple to do it. Like we have Nifty image, for example, or array, or anything you want to call it. Then here there is a function, or there is a class in Nibabel which is called Nifty one image. So this function, or this function Nifty one image, it will take some parameters, of course, as any other functions, but there is some optional parameters and there are others required. So you can see here, the first one is the object, data object, which will be the array here that we want to convert. The second one is this affine. When you will see the documentation, you will see that it is not like a necessary thing. It is just a matrix that help you to convert from the voxel coordinate into word coordinate. The voxel coordinate is the 3D representation of a pixel. So they recommend you to put it either a matrix, a matrix with 1D dimension, a matrix of 4 dimensions, or you can put it none, like nothing. It depends to you, but for my case, I think they recommend to use it a matrix or an array with 4 by 4 dimensions. So I will put it as well like this. I will show you how to do that. Then there is here the header and the extra. These two last parameters, I don't know why do we need them. I read the documentation, but I didn't see that we will need them. But for this one, for the header, for me, I didn't need them because I didn't have the headers. But for you, if you need these headers, otherwise, but if you have the output of your if you have a patient and you do segmentation and you want to save this segmentation, I think preferably you need to add the header, which means the name of the maybe it will be the name of the patient, dimensions of the image, like the voxels, etc. All this stuff, you may need them in this header. For now, I don't need them and I will not use them, but in your case, if you have already a header that you need, you can put it here in the parameters. But for us here, I will just put 2 parameters. The first one will be the array, which is this one here. Then the second parameter, as I told you, it will be a matrix with 4 dimensions.
they didn't precise which what is the type of the matrix, but it should be of course a numpy matrix. The same thing for this parameter, which is the data. This data should be a numpy array, otherwise it will not work. You should always convert your array into a numpy array. Okay, now the second parameter, as I told you, it will be a matrix with four dimensions. So, and we will take numpy.i then 4. So we create just a simple matrix of 1 1 1 1 like this, 4 by 4 and 1 in the center. Okay, we will not need to know what is about, but if you really want to use some of these parameters in particularly case or something, so you need to see the documentation about that. Okay, I am talking about the basic stuff which worked for me, but if you need something else, you can read the documentation. I will leave it in the description, by the way, and of course I will leave the blog post or the article that I wrote about this method. Maybe you want to read it after, and you will find the code etc. in that blog post. Okay, you will find all the things in the description. So here now we have already, we just, what can we say, now we just converted the array into a Nifti file. You can do anything with it now, but I think the first thing that you will do is to save it so you can use it after. So to do this, there is another function in Nibabel library called save. So this save will take the first two parameters. The first parameter will be the file, which is the Nifti file that we have, Nifti image, and the second parameter will be the path plus the name and the extension of your file. So my file, this one, I will just pick, I need this path, so I will put it here. Sometimes I need to change these. Okay, so this is the part of the folder where I want to save my file, Nifti file. Then you should add the name of your file, which will be, for example, file, why not? Then the extension. So the extension of Nifti is NII. This is the extension of Nifti. Then if you want to save it as compressed Nifti file, so you can add .gz. Okay, like this. So it's up to you. If you want to save it just Nifti file, you can put .nii, or if you want to compress it at the same time, you can put .gz. Okay, now I will just add here print, like I like doing this stuff. So here we'll see if it will work. Yes, saved, which means that the conversion happens, and the final file, which is the Nifti file, have been saved in this path. We will go to the folder here, and we can see here is our file. Let's visualize it using this software, which is ETK Snap. And as I told you, there is ETK Snap, there is 3D Slicer. There are a lot of softwares that can handle this type of images or files. Okay, so let's go here. Now we are in the middle. So you can see if we go from each slice, you can see that it will go from the black into the white, which means this values, these colors are because we did this loop, which will change. Because if we didn't do this, we will see 25 slices with the black color. Maybe we cannot see the difference. For that, I added this loop so that you can see the difference, and you can see that we have multiple slices. So that was how to convert an array into a Nifti file. And as I told you, if you have images, you can take each image or each array, or convert each image into array and put them all together to create one volume or one big array or big matrix. And then you can convert it using this of course, this function. So thanks for watching, and I see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see more videos. See you in the next video. Bye bye.